Welcome back to REED Red. It is Ashleigh McPherson, and I am sitting across from my co-host today because I am interviewing her and the rest of some of the Below Deck cast from season 12.
Absolutely. It was so much fun, and we were actually the charter guests for the boat, and it was such an experience. I can't wait to get into it. And I can't believe I'm not interviewing my own show.
I know, guys. You've seen the Ashleigh takeovers on the red carpet, so we're taking it to the podcast today, and I'm going to ask everyone all about their experience and what it was like on Below Deck. Excited. All right. First, I want to start with everyone just introducing themselves and just saying where you're from.
Helen, let's start with you since you were the primary.
Okay. So my name is Helen Hoey, and I'm originally from Washington, D.C., and I have a home in Pittsburgh. I'm not there very often. And anyways, it was quite a pleasure to be able to enjoy and experience a vacation together with my dear friends right here. Yes.
You're the best. Kelly?
Very nice. My name is Kelly Fury. I am from South Jersey, Voorhees, originally, born and raised. And I had spent some time in Boca Raton last year, and I'm currently back in Gibbsboro, New Jersey.
Very nice.
Domenico?
My name is Domenico Lepore. I am the wonderful Michelle Barone's brother-in-law. And I am here because I got a last-minute invite that I took.
And honestly, I think that's where we should start. So, Zeeds, you had to pick a guest to take with you, and you took your brother-in-law.
Yeah, so Helen called me and said, Michelle, I love you. Yes. And I want to bring you on this trip on Below Deck. And I was like, really? Like, seriously? And she's like, yeah, it's in 3 weeks. And I'm like, okay, where? St. Martin. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, are you going to jump on a plane, do this, that, and the third? I was like, well, can I bring someone with me? Because I know someone that would be the perfect fit. She's like, let me see what I can do. So we sent Domenico's picture over. We gave him a couple shots of, him at a wedding and this and that. Yeah, little Vogue. And he got accepted, and there we were on Below Deck. Helen, thank you so much.
The adopted friend over here, which is now a true friend.
Yes. I felt very welcome.
Yes.
They definitely welcomed me into the group.
Yes.
Helen, you were amazing as the primary. You held the ship down, no joke. And I just want to say thank you for including me in your friend group and for being such a dear friend. I just love and adore you, and you're amazing. Thank you.
Doing communion together. That's what we do.
So this was your second time on the show, correct?
Actually, third.
Third time on the show. Okay.
Fourth invite, third time.
Okay,
got
it.
COVID
All right.
on the third
Oh,
round.
jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
And got quarantined.
Well, at least you were able to go this time, and you were able to bring all your friends.
It was still a vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to know from everyone else, what were your expectations before going into the show? What did you think was going to happen?
I had no expectations. I didn't even know what the boat was going to look like. I just knew that we were going to be 8 people. Didn't really have any expectations because I wanted to keep an open mind, because I also wanted to have fun because it was still a vacation. But I just was like, all right, let's just go with the flow.
All right. That's the best way to do it, probably.
Yeah.
What about you, Kelly?
And mine were just to have the best time ever. Eat, drink, have the best time with friends. Just enjoy fully, like, the experience and just enjoy.
Nice.
That's
Have
awesome.
fun, enjoy.
What about
That was
you?
Me, I just wanted to know what it was like to really be on a reality show. I was excited to have the experience. I'm on camera a lot. I do a lot of emceeing. I'm on every day. I do something on camera, whether it's TikToks or this or whatever. And I just kind of felt like I wanted to see what it was like with a full production. And, it was different having the camera here when you're eating a bowl of cereal, or they're like, it's dairy free, and I'm catering to your every single need. And the camera's here, and then it's here. And then I'm like, hi, Helen, is it me or you, or is the camera here? Like, it was like 24 hours, to take off your mic. You're like, kind of like, hey, I'm here. Can we take it off and change? And even in the bathroom, you're mic'd up and talking. So every single moment is filmed. You just kind of forget that it's there sometimes. And I think that was the coolest part. And, the first hour or two, I was like observing it all a little quiet. And even one of the people on the boat, our dear friend, the main character there, that was Fraser.
Yeah.
He was like, you're quiet. I'm like, I'm really not. I was like, I just want to get what's going on here before I start my shit.
Get your bearings.
Yeah, exactly. But it was really cool.
So reality TV, I mean, you don't get any control in anything. What happened when you guys got there? They mic'd you up immediately?
Oh, yeah.
Like as
First,
soon
we
as you
walked on
landed?
the boat. Many times. We did a bunch of takes of that. And we did a lot of TikToks.
Okay.
That was kind of my role on the boat. Helen's like, let's get content. I'm like, girl, you came to the right person.
That was like a night of TikToks.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lingerie after our pillow fight.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Let's hear about that. What happened at the pillow fight?
Well, truly, we were just like releasing our anxieties because when you're living, because basically that's what you're doing. You're living but vacationing at the same time, and you're in close quarters. And there are times when you're sitting down and having lunch, and a friend's speaking over you, and you are. Like you get kind of a little annoyed with each other, so that's when you have to break out the manners.
Yeah.
And but it's just basically a time of you have to be forgiving of that, and and just have a good time. And
I felt like when we were, they take away your cell. They don't take away your cell phone. You can have your cell phone, but they take away any licensed music. You have to kind of like. There's nothing to do but sit around and talk. And when you're talking and drinking and
I'm
eating,
sure some things are going to stir
things
up.
go down. You kind of get like in a place where you're like, all right, well, you just irritated me. Why are you talking over me? And Helen would have to calm the storm a little bit. And then she would get annoyed and be like, hello, I'm here. I got all of you guys here.
Right.
Like, come on.
All right.
Let's just talk
Yeah,
and have a
yeah.
conversation, and let's not
I
monologue.
wouldn't be here
Let's
without Helen.
Yeah, well,
Right.
it's not that.
Well-
it's like you're there to enjoy each other and not
But you
monologue.
brought us all
that way.
together.
Yeah,
You did.
In a lovely way.
Yeah, but it was just that's what
That's what
we're
Helen
on-
does.
Yeah,
That's what Helen
she
does.
is.
anyways.
So what was the biggest argument that weekend?
Oh. Kelly, you want to tell us?
Yeah.
Argument. I don't remember having an argument. If that's what you're asking.
Okay, all
But
right. What do you remember?
There were some things that went down.
Okay, what
Yeah.
happened?
After lunch, I just apparently wanted to go in the water. Everybody was enjoying their lunch. And they were setting up the water toys outside. And I was like, ooh, that looks fun. I'm ready to get wet and jump in the water. So I take off my cover up and whatever, my mic. I'm like, I'm jumping in the water. They're like, no, you can't do that.
Jumping off a 3-story yacht isn't
No,
always.
I was not. It was right off the plane back
It's on the
deck.
back.
Oh,
deck.
the
Were
back
you guys
deck.
like?
where they
Where
have
they
the
were
wa- where
setting
they have
up
the
the
water
jet
toys.
banana
Okay.
boat
where
and
they
the
have
water
jet
toys.
skis, Yeah.
And there
She
was
just wanted
two-
first on the banana boat.
To the staff. There
Yeah.
was I think Barbara,
Yeah, Barbara.
and the
That's
other
Domenico's
and
girl.
Another guy. I
We'll
forget
get
his
into
name.
that later.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't forget that one.
Barbara. I was like, yes, I can. And as I'm jumping, they're like, no, don't do that. I was like, woo, jumping in the water. And then it was a big problem.
So what happened after you jumped?
Because I drank too much champagne. Apparently, they were worried.
That'll do
It was
it.
I was dangerous.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
All right,
dangerous.
all right.
So then we had to take her in Helen's room. Helen tried to calm her down.
I was locked in Helen's and Richard's master yacht suite, which
Hey,
was
at least
not
you're
too
locked
bad.
in. Right, yeah.
I was trying to break out, trying to find open windows, doors. I was like, let me out of here.
the
That's
captain
so
was
funny.
literally holding the door.
The captain of
So
the
the
boat.
captain comes out.
Stop.
She jumps off a moving ship. The captain of the boat comes out.
The boat was moving
It
when
was
you jumped
moving.
off?
So she.
No wonder
it
everyone was so stressed
stationary.
out.
It was stopped.
It was
Probably
stationary.
felt like it was moving because
No,
it
it
was
was
Right, maybe you
it's
were
a
rocking
little
back and
waver-
forth.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
stationary
Yeah,
because
but-
they had the banana boat out.
there
It was stationary.
But there was
It
the
was
water wasn't
stationary.
out still, so it felt like it
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
moving.
yeah.
It was
And,
totally
so
the captain-
anchored and state.
But she
like
definitely
stopped.
felt like it was moving.
Yeah,
from
maybe
the
not
waves.
moving
It was
forward.
not,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, it was.
But Helen and I are in
not
the
my
room,
first
and
round.
Helen's like, I can't really, I can't do this. Like, you got to help me. They want me out there. So I was like, all right, I'll sit with her. And there were points where she was I was holding her down, man, grabbing her arm, putting her down. I'm like, Kelly,
Anchoring her
if you go
down.
out there, the police are coming. They're gonna escort you off the boat. And you're like, I don't care. Forget this. Forget that. I'm like, Helen, what do I do with Kelly? And you're like, just keep her in there. I'm going to calm everybody down.
Yeah.
You were such a great primary.
Thank you.
Doing the best you could do to keep the peace and keep everyone together. And I'm just like, Kelly, please, come on. Helen brought us here. It's out of respect.
Yeah,
and you
I remember that.
you lost
I remember
it.
that. I
And
remember
Jen
that.
was losing it. And I said, okay,
And
here's what we're
Brian
gonna
was
do.
Like, Brian.
Brian was upset. The whole boat was, and everyone came in trying to calm you down. Then all of a sudden,
Turned into a
I'm
therapy
grabbing
session.
you, and you're like, I'm breaking out of here, and you just went. I couldn't hold on anymore. That was it. And the captain
Overboard.
grabbed,
Oh,
yeah.
opened her. She goes, I want to talk to you. He's like, all right, let's talk. You walk in first. Then he closed the door behind her and held the door closed.
So,
That was
Did-
for safety measures.
right.
For sure.
So what ended up happening at the end? You just rested and then
No,
Bounce
she
back?
ended up. Helen?
I had a private escort
no off the
ride.
boat.
off the boat. Poor Helen had to accompany me.
For the rest of the trip.
Oh no!
That was 2 hours in, by the way.
2 hours into the.
No, come on.
It was
have
after
time.
lunch. We got on for breakfast.
Yeah.
Got on at
The mimosas.
12:30.
Yeah.
That's what it
I
was.
saw the
Around,
cops
like,
at.
It was
5:30.
the champagne.
All right, yeah.
It was about
Champagne will
4
do it, yeah,
hours.
yeah.
4 hours later.
Okay, all right, all right.
Mind
It was
you,
4 hours into the actual,
Trip.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then Helen had to leave us and stay the night. And I just felt so bad because you put all this together and it was hard. And listen, Kelly didn't mean it. Kelly was
I was on
upset.
champagne trip.
Well, in London, they call it go-go juice.
Yeah.
Champagne.
so
And because it definitely
Well,
makes you do
But
things.
you are
I
a
was
good
up
friend.
like
Yeah.
48 hours trying to prepare for the trip like 2 weeks prior, a week prior, like, and then not knowing if you're going or not going, and then like my little bit of an ex was on the boat too, so that was a little bit of a
Wait, we got to
Like a
go in depth with
spin.
that. What do you mean your ex was on the boat?
Look, can we do the laugh? Can anyone do his laugh?
I wish I could pay.
I think you can
I can't
imitate
do
that
that
laugh.
laugh.
Come on,
I-
Demen,
no.
try.
It was a
I don't
little
even want
uncomfortable.
to disrespect the laugh because that laugh is too great.
It
So-
is good.
so
It's an
Frankie-
iconic laugh.
It's
for
an
sure.
iconic laugh. He
Yes.
is in so much film because of that laugh. And Frankie is just so funny. He is Helen's dear friend. And Kelly and Frankie used to date, but they broke up for reasons unknown to me. And
Like
he
a
was on
year
the
ago.
boat. He was on the boat. And I thought for sure
Yeah.
you and Frankie were going to rekindle. And then,
Oh,
We were sort of hoping for that.
yeah.
And yeah, actually.
no, I
had
met a
that.
nice gentleman in Pittsburgh, so no.
No.
It's
right.
not happening. There's
But
no
even so, I would never go
reconciliation.
back to that. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
So I know the
He's
show.
a good guy, but in a lot of ways, he hurt me badly. So,
Yeah, it's all right. We're leaving it in the past
yeah,
and on the
that's
boat.
in the past.
So I know the show is basically based off of the actual crew that's working on the boat. Were there any interactions that made the trip a little bit more memorable for you guys?
Well, I would say, would you like to share one of your memorable moments?
Well, I tried to act like I was on vacation, and typically when I'm on vacation, you want to talk to people, you want to meet new people.
Right.
And of course, you know, you don't really have many choices to talk to people, so I want to talk to the bartenders. There's two of the girls, they were bartenders. That was the main area.
They were really cute. Those
they
girls.
were all great, beautiful
yeah.
girls too.
beautiful too. Yeah.
And they're the main part of the boat. They say this is where you get to hang out most of the time. So I'm just talking
Obviously.
to the bar. That's where you
Right.
want
Yeah.
to be.
Where else would you go? The beach?
So I'm just trying to talk to them like normal conversation, and you know, all of a sudden I see like a camera guy just like waddle over with the camera, and he's just like right here, like right here in front of your face. And then it got to a point, it's like I don't really know what else to say. Like this is
We're like, I'm literally running out of.
yeah, like I'm trying to like feed stuff to keep saying because the guy he wants to film the
Yeah.
interaction. You know how the guests interact with, or the crew interact with the charter guest. So the flirting was at a minimal, you know, but it still I got some Instagrams.
You didn't bring your best game.
Did you get her number? That's
I
what
tried to get a number, and I think this was a different thing. I knew that she was like WhatsApp was their thing because I don't know, WhatsApp is more of a global
International.
It's
thing.
international.
So I said, let me get your WhatsApp, and she goes, oh okay, no problem. And then I give her the phone. She goes in and she's looking at it, and and then she goes, I'm just gonna give you my Instagram. So I'm like, okay, like that's fine. I'll work with that. And then like the next day, I'm looking through her Instagram, and I figured that she may be not the type of person that likes people that look like me.
Okay, got
right.
it.
So
Picking up what you're putting
I
down.
had to respect it, and then I just found another person to
Right,
talk
move
to.
on to the next. Yeah, of course, of course.
But the interaction,
talking to
might like
Frankie.
me better.
You probably just started talking to Frankie about that.
I was like, Frankie, come on, we gotta go get a cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Bob
Frankie
would
was
like-
down
like us better.
for everything. I mean, I think he would have taken all the crew, and he just wanted to hang out with everyone. But the interaction with the crew, I think, was really fun. They were really, really nice. Other than them doing their jobs, I thought they were just really hospitable and just
No
genuine
drama?
people.
Where?
I didn't cause any drama because
Okay.
I was like,
Why not?
I didn't want to be that guy who gets, harassing.
Yeah,
these girls
probably
at
not a
the
good
tour.
look for reality TV.
Although I was in international waters, I had to still be respectful.
Right, of course. All right, so day one, Kelly gets kicked off the boat. Helen goes with her. What's happening after that? Day
You had
two,
to,
what's
like,
going on?
Cry all night without Helen.
Right.
It was really
And
hard.
Kelly, what in the
Well, Kelly, I love you, honey, but you did it to yourself. And Helen, you were.
I didn't do it to myself.
Well, you weren't being respectful
just-
of the captain. And you made me
I
sweat.
did,
I
I
was
did,
sweating and my hair
I
frizzed,
did.
girl.
Well,
Oh,
no one
jeez.
was there, but me and the guy and the girl in the back of the boat. That was
Who?
it. I think it was Barbara and Barbara and this other guy. I was on there long enough to know their names. So I jump off and they were like, no. I was like, yes, I can.
I wasn't there for the good part. I was there for
Yeah.
the part where I had to.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were the
I was
aftermath of
there,
the-
but I was there. I was respectful. I was just doing what I wanted to do. Like,
Yeah.
the boat was stationary.
Yeah.
And they don't know my skills. Like, I'm athletic. And
Right.
they don't know my skills.
True.
All I
I'm
know
safe.
is this.
I could do,
She was
I
the
could
perfect
float,
person to bring.
backstroke, Whatever.
Right.
I could do from here to Antarctica, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? You don't
I
know
can't.
me.
But I will say
But
this, Kelly.
I wasn't trying to be disrespectful
No.
at all.
You
I
were-
was just trying to have fun,
Right.
which I kept saying.
I know. I just think it was hard to have Helen leave because we all wanted to celebrate this moment.
And
it
I said
you
that
know.
to her multiple times. It was like, this is.
Well, this
I
is what
felt
we do
very
as
badly
friends.
for
This
her.
is
But
what
this
we
is
do
what we
as
do.
friends.
I kept
Right,
repeating,
exactly.
like
So-
repeatedly saying, I'm so sorry.
But you
Helen,
know,
I
the
can't
thing
believe
was, is this is how amazing, truly, the below deck. And I mean, it is a real charter.
Yes.
This is not just a TV show.
Yep.
And it's a real charter. And
And we're real
and
people.
truly, right. But they have to, abide by safety
Safety
guidelines.
Right.
precautions.
And
Yeah.
exactly. And so, Captain
I was
Carey
being
truly
fine. I was
did,
being fine. But I was being fine.
but again,
Okay.
okay.
Right. Like you said, like a
Yeah.
bartender has their
Right.
precautions.
And so just like if you were to go into a bar and they notice something that, it's the person's a little over the limit, they have to put the brakes on. And so, they were
you end up being
doing,
wrong.
no, it's not wrong.
Right.
There's
It's
just
just
definitely,
protection.
more
Kelly,
rules when we're in the
listen.
water and stuff.
It
Yeah.
is
Listen.
I don't like
protection.
rules.
I
need
know.
my own boat.
But when you're on a boat
But even
and it's
so,
a yacht, you got to
there's-
follow some rules.
Yeah. And if, that's just like when you're
No, I wasn't
driving.
trying to not follow any rules. No one said not to do it before I,
Right.
there was no rules. I was like, yeah.
Well, it's
everybody's
not
having
even
lunch,
jumping.
I'm
I
just-
think it was more the intoxication. But
It was.
and I definitely think
Fraser loved filling my glass of champagne. I
You-
loved that. I loved that. I was having the best
But
time of my
that's-
life.
yeah.
I was having so much fun.
But what happened
And-
was Helen didn't get to enjoy herself, and she had to take all of
But I
us
didn't
out.
get to enjoy myself either because they said no, 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 no.
I know,
And
but
I
it was
like-
Helen's boat. Helen's boat.
It was all of our boat.
Well, we didn't expect
was
that to
all of our
happen.
bit.
But I want to know, what else did you guys not expect before going to film the reality show? What do you think something viewers would not expect?
Well, Helen, can we tell them what happened on day 2?
And can we go, let's go to day 2.
All right, let's go to day 2. What happened on day 2?
Well, so, which,
I mean, when you start like that.
The pillow fight and the ocean.
oh, and the ocean. Oh, yes.
Oh, the
yes,
beach
yes.
picnic.
Yeah, the
So
beach
we had
picnic.
so we had arranged a beach picnic.
Okay, cute.
And unbeknownst to us, it was a nude beach. And I hate tan lines. And
So naturally.
Oh yeah, I had to whip that up. And then
Well,
we're
you
out
own a
there
lingerie
floating.
company,
Yes,
Pultra,
yes.
and
but
so
I truly, right.
she had this beautiful bathing suit made.
It was cashmere.
She looked
cashmere.
gorgeous.
Or was that the cashmere swimsuit? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the cashmere
She looked drop
swimsuit.
dead gorgeous,
Yeah.
and she's like, you know what? I'm like a Greek goddess. We're going for it.
Just like.
And that
God,
was
hate-
it.
Yeah.
And all of a
hate
sudden,
sandwich.
she had a
Yeah.
human flotation device.
Yes, exactly. And of course, Brian had to comment on it. And he commented, and I'm like, Brian, I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not, because he was like, oh, you could feed a village. And I'm like, are we talking National Geographic? Or are we talking like Hillary Clinton, like it's, you know, it takes a village? I'm like, I wasn't not quite sure where he was going with that. He's like, it's a compliment. I'm like, okay, I'll take it as a compliment. But
Didn't even matter because
it didn't
one of
matter.
the cast members, who's a main cast member on the show, was like, Helen. I think he fell in love. And he was just like, and I was like, you know what? Helen's like, well, come here. I need someone to help me out and hold me up. And there he was.
No, you didn't.
oh yeah, that was, yeah, I didn't need a raft. He basically was my raft. But then outside of that,
He
like
was so nice.
literally, there was like this guy, and he was just like free as a bird, like floating down. Do you remember that?
Oh, I remember
down the shoreline. And I was like, wow, okay, excuse me, you need to stop.
She was trying to get his
And then
attention.
Richard's like, what do you mean he needs to stop? I'm like, we just needed a frontal view.
Yeah, there was
We are
nothing to view.
visual as women, as females. And sometimes women forget that. Like, we like to see, you know, beautiful bodies as well. And
There was nothing
anyway,
to see there.
Yeah.
It sounds like there was a lot to see there. You're at a
when
nude
he turned
beach.
around, we're like, okay, keep running.
I just want to say.
You're like, no, not you. I was going.
Yeah,
It was like
exactly.
an 18-year-old, but he was like actually 50, and I
Yeah.
just didn't. No, actually, I don't even want to go below 18. But he went and down, and Helen's like, turn around, and I'm like, Helen, trust me, that is not the sight to see.
No, exactly. But anyway, so
All right, so you needed a lifeguard to help you out of the water,
Yeah,
right?
a raft.
a raft, I wouldn't say
You
it
needed
was
more of
like,
a help to
I
float
was-
out.
Yes,
Okay.
I was like, yeah.
Then we get
I
back
had no
on the
problem
boat.
walking.
So-
I could have, walked straight line.
We had a great time.
So you guys go back to the boat. What happens on night 2?
Right.
Pillow fight.
No one's
Yeah.
drunk but me. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Kelly was still off the
Right.
boat with the federales. So
Oh, I was having a fun time on the Orient Beach, the nude beach
I
over
thought you went to
there.
jail.
Basically, but I got out of it. You know me, I'm like Jackie Chan, bitch. You don't know me.
Yeah, she slipped out the jet.
How'd you do
I
it?
got on a boat ride. I was going on donuts with this boat out on the water. I was having a good old time. You don't even know what I did.
What else did you do?
Don't worry about it.
Funny.
She's peeling
Well,
from.
I'm from Jersey.
The untold
Don't
story.
worry about it.
That's exactly. It's the backstory.
All right.
Okay,
so
okay. So-
After that,
Pillow fight.
went to the pillow fight. Helen dressed us in her beautiful lingerie. We all wore Pultra. A lot of our outfits were see-through. I was hoping that my rear end wasn't facing the camera, but I'm sure it was.
Hey, you've got a
And-
good
It's
butt.
not
You're
a bad-
good.
Yeah, exactly. It was not a bad thing. Yeah.
It was amazing what you did for all of us, giving us those beautiful clothes. And she gifted us at the captain's dinner an amazing pearl piece from her collection.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Panties.
Yep, pearl panties.
Pearl panties.
Yeah.
They're pearl thong panties that the thong is that's the pearl part of the panties.
Okay, got it.
And they're removable, and then it becomes a bracelet.
Yep.
So,
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
seriously, yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's amazing.
Wow.
So we had a little lingerie pajama party, which then moved into a pillow fight, and which was actually a release. It was like therapy.
It was. We
I feel like you
needed
only
that.
see it in the
Like
movies.
Anxiety.
It was so much
built up
anxiety.
just from what had happened, and
We took 500
yeah, and we
TikToks.
took and then we just moved into TikTok.
You know, I feel bad for my dear friend, but I
No,
felt so
Okay.
bad. But we had the best sleepover.
we had she and I
above
had
deck.
we had a sleepover.
Oh,
On shore.
You made the best of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
On shore.
we were locked in the room, and which was probably was a good thing. And
Well, you're a
She's
really
a
good
really
friend.
good
Helen.
friend.
thank you.
Really
Very-
good
Yep.
friend.
She's the
Kelly.
best friend you could ever have.
This is what we do.
That's what you do for your
right?
girls.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you're a girl, it's like
When one girl
highs,
gets arrested, they
lows,
all get arrested.
mediums, whatever, you have to be there.
Yep.
But you know, I
And
just want to
she's
go back
always
to
there.
your brand and, you know, not because I'm trying to promote it or sell it, but it was amazing. It was comfortable. It was like you couldn't sweat in it because, you know, sometimes when you wear like nightwear, you sweat. This was like super breathable. It was very soft. I love wearing it. Once I wore it, I was like, I want to wear this all the time. And it looked amazing. I
was
felt like
beautiful.
so hot in that
Yeah,
outfit.
we-
Helen, you
took
have
the
to tell
class.
everyone where to get it.
Yeah.
Also at pultraintimates.com.
Yeah. Make sure you check it out, Pultra, Helen. We just
Yeah.
love you so much. And thank
Beautiful.
you for
Yeah,
Beautiful. I
No,
love it.
this hasn't ended. This was like,
No. You guys are going back for sure.
Well, yeah, just vacations
Yes.
period.
Wait,
Yep.
but we didn't even
And,
finish it. You have a lingerie party. Then what? There's a whole other day, no?
the next day. We had an amazing breakfast.
Yeah, beautiful. And the captain actually extended our stay. and
Oh,
invited
really?
us to stay for lunch. And normally you leave like right after breakfast, and
To port the boat.
Yes.
I think it's-
yes, and
Okay.
so he just invited us to stay for lunch.
Well, that means you guys made a
Well,
good impression, I guess.
did.
You redeemed yourselves.
It was
Trying to
good.
make up for the lost time.
Yeah.
But the chef,
Did you get back on the boat
chef
ever?
was amazing. I gotta say,
The
the
chef, the food was the best food I ever ate.
The chef was insane. It was so good.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
all
I
right.
never
Yeah,
made it
chef.
back on the boat.
Chef
But you only
Anthony.
had one meal.
It was the best
I know,
meal of
but
her
it
life.
It was like a half
yeah.
a meal.
Yeah,
It
you,
was
you
half a
said
meal.
It was a
actually,
liquid
quote,
lunch.
But
I don't want to eat anymore. I'm done eating. And you
Yeah.
had 2 bites.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I like the chef too.
Jumping in the water.
And then you were
Overboard.
diving
Explosion.
overboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like literally. But Chef Anthony, truly, he's in
Like
like
wonderful.
Yeah.
He had that huge charcuterie board.
That was
We
beautiful.
walked in. Always.
Those berries
It was
were
really
amazing.
Oh, the
Everything.
berries. We had a bowl of berries. Oh my gosh.
And that
He's
was
so
like the cool
French.
part of like being on vacation is getting the food. And you're on a show, so you think like, oh, it's gonna be like half-assed, whatever.
Yeah.
They one night gave us a 7-course meal.
Oh my
And I was
God.
that
like-
was actually requested.
Yeah. Oh,
And
But
Helen
that's
worked
what they
very
do.
hard
Well, no, because
on getting those.
that's like with any charter that you do, you know, even outside of Below Deck, that's what you do. It's a chartered private experience, and they're there to cater to you. This isn't a cruise ship where they're rolling out a buffet. No, when you charter a yacht, it is you are a part of planning the menu, and then you can also give the chef the liberty to do what he is skilled to do. And so it was planned, but he also had the liberty to do what he wanted to do with the
Create the
7-course.
experience.
Yeah.
Great.
with the
All right.
food. Yeah. So.
Nice.
Well, Helen, thank you again for
Oh, no.
joining us. Where
This
can
was
people
good.
find you
This
online?
isn't the
Helen?
last time.
Yes.
And
yes.
yes, we will definitely be sailing the
We'll be
seas
sailing
again.
together
Absolutely.
soon.
And yes,
Kelly, are we going again? Me and you?
We're going again.
We are?
Yeah.
We got this. You know what?
Without Frankie.
I'll just take his spot.
Yeah, Ashley
I'll
will
take
take
Frankie's
his
spot.
Ashley
on.
can
I'll
come.
jump off a boat with you.
That's the most expensive $8,000 lunch I ever had. I'm gonna jump off the boat if I want to. Motherfucker, please.
Well, everyone, you guys have to go watch their episode on Below Deck. It's season 12, episode 5. You guys got to tune in so we can actually see what happened on the boat.
Oh, yeah. It's worth it. I wonder what they said about us. Woo.
You
You
never
can find
know.
me at Michelle Barone online. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode with the Below Deck Charter Guests. Helen, where can they find you?
so Real Helen Hoey on Instagram and pultraintimates.com.
Kelly?
KL Fury on Instagram.
Domenico?
Domenico_Lepore on Instagram.
And you guys can find me at Ashleigh McPherson, 2 H's on all socials. See you next time.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bon voyage.
Had a